verse 10, and I thought this would be a good one to end on today. So let's look at it, verse 10. So here's what we read. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. Here's the thought of this verse here. There's a danger in memorializing the good old days, the former days, and forgetting that God's mercies are sufficient for our day. You ever been around people that talk about the good old days? I can remember when I was growing up and my grandparents and my parents would talk about the good old days and how things used to be. And you and I, we can fall into that too. For instance, we can look at the current state of our nation. And we can say, man, I wish it was like the good old days. But as you look here at Solomon, his thought is this. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better? I've learned this. As you grow older, the tendency is to gloss over the past and make it look better than it really was. Because you can, if you have a forgiving heart, you can forget the hardships of the past. And you dare not forget the lessons that you learned. And so the tendency is, when you listen to people talk about the good old days, they remember it through rose-colored glasses. And they remember it better than it really was. And I think the thought here then is, as I close, that God's mercies and even God's grace is sufficient for our day. So let's not look at 2025 and go, woe is me. I wish it was like it used to be. But let's instead live in 2025 with an anticipation that God is still sovereign and His grace and mercies are sufficient.